We're here today with Steve Woodward of Livermore, and he's going to tell us how he. Steve, just tell us how long ago did you lose your job?
Well, I was an instructional designer for Robert Half International, and I was laid off in May of '08. For them, I was doing instructional materials and designing and developing all kinds of training material for a sales environment, and I've worked for all kinds of different industries. It's been over a year now since I was laid off.
And what was the first thing you did after you got laid off?
I think to be in a state of shock. I was fortunate to walk away with a lump sum, and I think the thing I did and focused on at that time was to find out where I was financially and really get things settled financially before I did anything.
And how long until you started looking for work after that?
I started working for work about a week after I got laid off. And I was fortunate enough to find something with a contract employer, Tech Pros, and proceeded to work for on a 5-month project after I was laid off.
And your wife works in Livermore, right?
Yep, my wife's a teacher.
So are your finances okay? Are you in good shape?
Actually, we're in good shape. I think last month was the first time I tapped into any savings that we had in terms of daily. Unemployment has helped a lot. It's just gotten me to that point where we're not having to pull much of anything out. We've cut back on all of our fund spending, really made the most of all of the opportunities that we have in terms of doing stuff cheap, and really tried to practice that. And just when it's spending for fun, it's really being smart about it. And fortunately, with my wife being employed, that has worked out well.
So what type of jobs are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for an instructional design job or managing a training department. I've had experience managing a training department, writing instructional materials for manufacturing, medical equipment, sales organizations, and tech support organizations in IT. So I'm looking for a position that puts me in a place where I can help a company improve their ROI by identifying where their gaps are in terms of training or procedures, and help them make their company run more efficiently by providing training that will improve the employees' performance.
And when you're out there looking for a job, what's the best things you've found that lead to interviews for you?
I think number one on the list is networking. I spent a lot of time based on a group I got involved with Job Connections. And they really drove about networking. For me, networking was something that was a little out of my territory. It wasn't something I was really comfortable with or had really pursued. So I've really pursued heavily, and the more and more I get involved in the networking, of calling up friends, contacting friends people that I had worked with years ago, weren't really friends, but just acquaintances, contacting those people and letting them know that I'm looking for work, and then following up if I see an opportunity, following up and trying to find if I know anyone that either worked previously at the organization or works there now at the organization, and making sure I get some connection with the organization before I step in. And most recently, 2 jobs that I'm interviewing for this week are both connections right now.
What's a good way for people to contact you?
I can be reached actually my website's probably the easiest way. I have a website. It's called sjwoodwardproductions.com. And on that site, there's links to my resume. Take a look at my resume. There's also links to the photography that I have done, as well as work samples. That's an ideal place to go take a look and see who I am and a little bit about my professional experience.
Thank you, Steve.